Продолжаем атаку! Мы идем! Вытесним их! Вперед! Выходим! Вперед! Выходим! Держать дистанцию! Слушаю! Готов выдвигаться! Жду приказа!
Oh my gosh, have I been muted this entire time? I think I've been muted the whole stream. Oh no. Did you guys just barely start to hear me? I've been muted the whole time. Oh my goodness. Well, when you see something, say something. But that explains why the chat wasn't really active. I was wondering, wow, people are being really quiet, even if there's people watching. Okay, give me a second. I gotta check the audio properties. Okay. Well, let's just carry on, I guess. You know, I've just been saying how I'm not happy with these how this is going. It's getting really ugly, and I'm getting divisions encircled. But I do like how it's going down here, where there's clearly like a mass spring offensive happening, and it's just not breaking through. This is the only one that's like a little bit working. Simon Petlulia of Ukraine, probably pronounced that wrong, has air support. It has air support, but it's attacking into a fort. And they have an intel advantage. We also have air support. They're dealing with low supply, but it's not much. Moderate terrain penalties. But geez, coming in with 110 attack against 1154 defense. My goodness. Am I gonna come back to YouTube or stream on Twitch? Oh, you mean in my future life? It's gonna be YouTube. I really don't like Twitch just on principle. I mean, yeah, I don't want to start ragging on Twitch, but I could probably easily think of a half dozen reasons I would never stream on Twitch. The only reason I would ever stream on Twitch, and even then that would just mean I'd stream somewhere else, if not necessarily YouTube, is if I was going over material that I knew was going to get banned on YouTube. Like if I tried to, I don't know, like if I was talking about a subject and I was going to show graphic pictures. But even then, I wonder if I could do that behind a UTEP membership paywall, because like it's my understanding, memberships, I'd have to review what the rules are, but like YouTube membership streams, you get a lot more leeway. But like that doesn't even necessarily mean I do Twitch. I mean, I'd do that, or Vimeo, or Nebula. I'd probably do like Vimeo or Daily Motion, somewhere that's cool. All right, or Patreon, who knows? But YouTube would continue to be my bread and butter. Antonov. You know what? Have we gone into this guy's? Okay, let's pull. I don't think we've talked about this guy's background. You know, anybody with the Anton is interesting because son of Hercules, right? So he was born September 27th, 1896 in Grodno, of the Grodno government, Russia, the Russian Empire at the time. Alexei Inoktyevich Antonov was born into a family of a Krashin military officer and a Polish civil servant. Due to his shyness and poor health, he decided to focus on helping himself grow intellectually and physically. He was drafted into the Imperial Army, and so he's been conscripted. That's how he got here. And his first battle experience came on June 18th, 1917, in the battle south of Stanislavov, where he fought until July, when he received a head injury and was evacuated to Petrograd. Alexei Antonov was mobilized in the Red Army on April 11th and was appointed to the 1st Worker Division as a Chief of Staff Aide. Soon after, his division was sent to the Southern Front to fight against Denikin's forces. There, he was captured by victorious white forces and chose to defect to them, stating that he was forcibly conscripted to fight for the Bolsheviks. So he's on his 3rd army, okay? Because he was drafted into the Russian Empire's army, the Imperial Army. Then he got drafted into the Red Army. And then now he's saying, please don't kill me, I'll fight for the White Army. During the Russian Civil War, he continued his work as part of the staff in the 2nd Division of the Volunteer Army under the command of General Borovsky. Antonov was sent to the Suvorov Military School, formerly the Nikolai Military School in Moscow in 1924, where he was commonly described as an innovative, curious, disciplined, and experienced man. His high marks allowed him to work on General Sakharov's staff during the Chinese Eastern Railway conflict, so yet another war. He was able to enlist in the All-Russian General Staff Academy, where he met other young cadres such as Nikolai Vatutin and Leonid Govorov, that's the artillery guy. During his years at the academy, he was noticed by General Markov, who then invited him as a part-time lecturer at the academy, and later put him on the team charged with creating the plans for the Russian invasion of Reichspakt. So this guy's been in from the beginning, he's seen it all, done it all, and now he's in charge of the northern Ukrainian front. I kind of feel like actually he should be in charge of, I think I want to swap him now with the blood front, as I've called it, which is kind of the center area that's going to be pushing through Belarus, through northern Ukraine, into Poland. And in fact, I think we will do that real quick, even though that's not going to create a transfer thing. Just for the story, remember, Hearts of Iron 4, it's a role-playing game. Well, we can give him an officer corps role if I wanted. I don't think I want to, though. Not really. Yeah, I got better things to do. So even though he's doing great, yeah, he's cautious. He's a cautious guy. But that means he's not going to get wounded on the bloody front. Let's see, he's an opportunist who'd sell his own mother to save his skin. Yes. Well, he doesn't seem to have an ideology assigned to him like many of the others. But he's cautious and he's skilled, you know? Simple as. He's good at his job. Let's see here. He's a win. Alright, we're gonna... Yeah, get Boris over here. Yeah, we'll put Boris on the Ukrainian front. And they're both skilled staffers, so we don't have to reassign any divisions now either. Alright. Next up, yeah, we didn't decide what we were going to do here. It's a map painting game. Yes, the role that I'm playing is painting the map. I've actually been painting more lately. I feel like that's all I'm talking about because I was doing a lot of work, so it was just like work and paint for the last like week and a half, 2 weeks. Work and paint, you know. I was about to say something very rude about your mothers and the things they asked me to do to them, but I won't. So I've been painting. I'm gonna do some painting later. Doing like some Bob Ross Joy of Painting stuff, and it is joyful. But I'm trying to figure out like a good handful of his paintings that I want to like rotate through doing. Because if you look up Joy of Painting complete series, I'm pretty sure it's all on YouTube. It's like over 400 paintings that he's done. So I'm wondering if there's anybody out there. I'd love to have a conversation with them of sorry, I got distracted by something. Hold on, I gotta think here. You know what? Let's do a gap inspection. We're gonna look for if there's any spots they are not covering or weakly covering. But you know, within reason. Like, so for example, right here, I'm seeing an almost completely disorganized German infantry division and a Ukrainian division that's on the attack and losing. This, in theory, would be a great spot for me to take these 4 divisions, or even 3 of these 4 divisions, push right through, and I can get that. Why am I not doing that? It's not really reasonably getting me any closer to a supply line. You know, Kyiv is, of course, the goal, but when we punch through... Like, we're going to take Kyiv because we're going to go to Vinnytsia, is what I'm saying. But you see, yeah, we're getting attacked from a lot of different directions here. There is a medium tank division here, which looks like it's really well supported. You know, this is a pocket they're trying to close, and they're pressuring, and I'm in a good position. I've got 4 whole divisions there to hold them off. I mean, if we look at the combat width here, it's 105. All 4 of them are being worked. So, you know, like, Konev's great. Look, he's an ambusher. He's beating shock. You know, air support, initiative, great defense, but, like, he's not getting a breather either. You know, we have less planes in the air. You know, they have an intel advantage. Things can turn on a dime in this game, so that's why, no, we're not going to push there. But I am going to look for if there's any gaps. We may generally want to take advantage of our bulges that we can make smaller. Like right here, this is like, I think maybe a good spot to attack into, because we're seeing supply issues and, you know, they're just not doing very good. So we're going to try to push here a little closer to Kharkiv. I don't think there's going to be any gaps, though. The Reichspakt is way too ready for this. Can I see your base template of my infantry? Of course. Thank you for asking. You know, it shows you've got an inquisitive mind. All right, so what we're doing here is we're just doing a basic 20 combat width because, you know, I'm trying to fill up the entire front. I'm probably going to, once we get into 42, depending on, I mean, all these things depend on how the war is going, is I want to start getting a few 40 widths here and there so I could use for punching through into key areas. Excuse me. So, yeah, we're doing 8 infantry, 1 line artillery, 1 line anti-air, motorized recon companies, engineer companies. Ooh, did I actually... No, never mind. Field hospitals, maintenance companies, and logistic companies. Let's see actually how are those maintenance companies doing. Okay, I see we have 2 Finnish guns, Estonian guns, some Finnish guns. What is this? Ruthenia guns. Alright, so the maintenance companies seem to be doing something. A little bit of work with that equipment capture, right? Okay, but check the encirclement. Yeah, well, the encirclement, as I said, is kind of a mess because, like, we got an encirclement here. We've got some divisions not assigned there. We have an encirclement here, but this isn't really working out. We're getting pushed back. But, like, is the road to Novgorod open? It kind of looks like it is. We haven't been able to close this pocket. What is this? Non-aggression pact. Fine, just shut up, Lithuania. Central America don't want none. Oh, I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna go put my phone in the charger, my phone that doesn't work. Okay. So I'm saying I was plugging in my phone that doesn't work. I broke my phone the other day, and I've got a replacement, but it's just, I don't want to get into it all, but it's just been this multi-step process that's just a total pain in the ass. Mostly because, you know, I'm trying to activate the device, and it's like, okay, well, we just got to do some verifications that require your phone. We're just going to, like, text you something and say, oh, but the problem is, I don't have a phone. That's what I'm trying to fix right now. So it's just been a pain. This is bait. I just want to say this is bait. You see this? You see this tile that nobody is sitting in? There's no, like, only thing that's going to happen here is it's going to extend my front line, thin me out. I'm not going to get a supply. I'm not going to get a victory point. I'm not going to, you know, put these guys in a position where they need to retreat. I mean, it's Königsberg. I could definitely surround it and could hold out for a while. We don't need Königsberg to become their Leningrad. You know, we're going to leave the supply lines open and wait. And then think back to the people of Königsberg. Like, when did I stop this offensive? Like in March? So it's been a month and they're just looking, they're just standing there menacingly, and especially when, like, look at all the rest of the front line. It's been, you know, a fight. Watch out here. Kind of wanna let's do like a slight counterattack here just to occupy them. Konev, yeah, let me use combined armor. Shit. 86 of the way towards being an infantry leader. Oh, you know what? Let's use him as the example. Like, can we switch his role? Requires infantry leader. I think we will be able to do that. We'll be able to click this and assign it. What country am I going to play next? The final country to play will be Japan. this is something I think we can close right here, actually. Germany got polished with a better political system. That is quite interesting. Yeah, I mean, Germany's always good. I mean, the mod is named after it, right? But I'm just gonna be doing something else because I've never completed a Japan. I think the only Japan I've ever played on the channel, they just left Petrograd open, idiots. Damn, we just don't have the command power. How much am I getting a day? It's still only 0.5. It's not really that much. I should try to get my war support up here and there. Yeah, I really don't like all these red bubbles up here. I don't like how slow this is going. I don't like that we're trusting the Mongolians to hold this line. But let's, come on, get on the rails, get on the rails. Yeah, I don't like there's this alleged free Russia that's being run by authoritarian Democrats. Alright, see you, Guillermo. Not taking this tile. I really want to stress that. I am not taking that tile. Let's take a look at the combat log, how some of these things are going. Up here on Estonia, it's like back and forth. This is what I like to see. Far Eastern Army lost 371, we lost 11. It's going to be so sweet when we close that line. But you see this, I don't like this. Man. Chuikov, I'm trying not to be too harsh on him. But it's like, come on, dude. We got... I've given you what? Why aren't you holding off the entire Free Russian army and its allies with the 10 untrained divisions I gave you? Give Free Russia a socialist. Well, you know what? You said he's actually a social democrat. That's the thing is, I got the vibe that he was a believer in the Republic, and then like just the okay. Let me put it this way: can the Free Russian army be created if you go monarchical Russia? Because or like maybe even Soviet, or no, I don't know, but it's like it could be pretty badass. I think the idea of, you know, I guess it makes me think of Yang Wen-li, like the leader of the Republican government in exile, returning home and winning it back. It's a facet, but it's like you got to do it for Germany though. That's the thing. I think there's some real Shakespeareanness to it. Yo, Fortinbras is underrated, by the way. Just throwing that out there. Okay. Missing equipment production. No, I don't care about that stuff. Just occupation. Yeah, the resistance to the occupation will end when the war is over. Luga? They made Luga the capital? Damn it! Some people landed in Petrograd. That's why they left it open. I can't quite push. Damn it. Hold. American advisors. Since we were both comrades of arms against the same foe, the Socialist Republic of America has offered to send military advisors our way, suggesting we should work more closely in the war effort. Oh my gosh, they're sending an attaché to me. Oh, that's so sweet. Division training time minus 5%, planning speed plus 5%. Wow, I mean, that's not going to change the world. That's not going to change the war. But every little bit helps. And actually, that division trading time is nice. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, we're not going to... And you know what? That tears it. Because you know what? I could right now, if I wanted to, I could not recall the attaché and I would get 50 command power back. Which is nice, because I like to use it a lot. France is going. France is giving it to him. I think also, though, we do need to make note of how the Union of Britain is coming in, going ham, and it is actually... Wait. Yeah, the Commune of France, is, that's a lot of them over here. But, like, America has taken Italy in record time. I just want to point out, in our own time, like this is like when people say, like, oh, what's the worst like war, Weltkrieg versus our own real life World War II. Like millions have died, make no mistake. But also in terms of the timeline, in ours, the United States of America wasn't even involved yet. And in this one, they've already taken Italy. That's speed run. But look at this. Venice has been taken. Oh man, it's gonna get real interesting when Austria's cores start being attacked. Wait a minute here. Ooh, we're about to lose this supply area. That's a problem. Elizabeth Grad. And you see I don't have the command power to do last stand. This is what I'm talking about. Ooh, nice! Clutch! Clutch! Clutch got there. Look, you see now these divisions look they're about to only be 3, but they're getting a chance to rest. Sorry, I feel like I'm pausing too much. I mean, you just gotta let it happen sometimes. Just let it go and hope your logistics work is paying off. You can't get into Grad, they've got it occupied. God damn it, another fucking encirclement. Needs to go a bit faster. Gotta fill it in. Just fill in the line. Fill it in. We'll make it look pretty later. Yeah, we don't need winter. Oh yeah, I think I gotta just remember to just stop clicking that because we don't need winter expert while we're in April going into summer. Vasily. Dang it, yeah, we don't have command power. There's only so much to go around. What am I worst behind on? Infantry equipment 68 days, truck 45 days, support equipment 71 days, anti-air 120. Okay. Anti-air it is then. Let's do a significant investment in that. What's gonna help is when we start taking back our core territories. So that we can get those factories back as well. Oh, my feet are kind of hurting today. Or not my feet, I should say my toes. I went out to a show last night and it was rather rambunctious and I got my toes stepped on a lot. That's what happens when you have large feet. But I don't need to work on much today. Ah! The Nassanturan communes have joined the Internationale. Can I push here? I don't think so. There's way too many divisions there. Yeah, as long as it's green, they want to keep pushing against my entrenched lines. More power to them. Fuck your own shit up. Having said that, let's go to the combat log because I'm seeing we're having problems in 4 defensive combats. But this I like to see. Losing 33 men to kill 481. Look at all that equipment that's been lost. And we're capturing some of it. You know, we're just picking up rifles there. We've grabbed 4 rifles. We killed 449 men, and the Germans lost 11. What the hell happened? That is, I do not want that. Chuikov, you're actually blowing it. No, I put him in a tough position. It's like in baseball when you send a pitcher out there with like 3 men on and the fucking the best guy, some dude with like a 400. I mean you got like Aaron Judge on the revenge tour, up to the plate, and of course he just shoots a dinger out into space on you, and it's like you can't even blame the pitcher. Like some relief who got put on the team a month ago. Hey, I think we have more than enough oil. It's helping me with trade, though. Look at that, I'm getting 23 from trade. I know a lot of that's from the oil. Fuel gain from refineries. Like, I just... Like, everything is so far... Like, my general rule of thumb is you don't research anything if it's going to take more than 200 days. But I'm kind of getting ahead of pace here. And I don't... Is there any land warfare stuff I give a damn about? Three scientists, experimental facilities. Has researched transportation 1P. That's one of the trains, right? I don't know. Well, this is awkward. Oh, whatever. No. Fuck it, let's go ahead of time. Yeah, get the best damn anti-air guns we can. Especially as we get more into Germany. They're gonna make me work for it. Make no mistake. I mean, they're making me work for it now. This fucking lake. Oh, this cavalry. You sent cavalry up here, y'all? Oh no, you about to learn. Okay, cool. We took that little pocket there. You see, look, some supply problems are beginning to show. Do another little push. This is all we're doing. Just let them swing out on me. I got a whole lot of room to retreat to, also. Gosh, I need... Lithuania, I need you to actually do something. Begging you, man. Oh, they're breaking wide through here now. I could do this, but no, they're gonna encircle me. Yeah. Yeah, this is a mess. I simply just need to get more divisions up here, and they're coming from the north, but goodness, they're taking their time. Oh, look, and then here come the Swedes, because the Mongolians, yep, they've moved their division for some godforsaken fucking reason. Stupid. Excuse my language. We have killed 213,000 Germans. They have killed 218,000 of us. We are officially losing against the Germans. I want to make that really clear. Something must be done about it. We still haven't even destroyed the White Ruthenians, technically. I mean, it's completely propped up by all these German divisions now, and there's some Ukrainians here. Wow. Yellow. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna hold. I will wait then. Just want to see. Oh, didn't mean to do that, but whatever. But whatever. Yeah, what a wonky map. It's white, blue, and green here. Yeah, I just need you to be on the offensive. If we're not going to be attacking in the south, we need to be always attacking in the north. Is Ravel open? Sweet, we got the best artillery money can buy on its way. Great. I don't know what I want to research right now. Reconnaissance. Look at this, they're about to take Helsinki. All this shit. And we do not have air superiority over Ukraine right now. "14 tactical bombers that are just razors. Well, dang, that's good. Support equipment. 8, 33, 61, 82. You know what? Even more in artillery. Any excess we have, we'll just start sending to people if and when it gets there. This guy's getting encircled for freaking sure. But I'm about to do this division, and then I will laugh and jape at them. Can one of you just peeking over the river here? Great. Cool, we took Raval. Alright, I'm gonna have one division kind of clean this up. The other one, you strike eastward. Oh, this is not connected by rail, so these guys are actually gonna start running out of supplies. Okay, it's getting better. The Finnish front divisions are arriving. Available special project. Nuclear reactor. Experiments have proven that splitting atoms through fission releases vast amounts of energy, etc., etc. What is this? It requires a scientist to start. Fast learner, nuclear specialist, fast learner, expert. Yeah, this guy, Igor Tatum. Nuclear reactor. Start. 672 days. Set it and forget it. Gonna try to get down to Petrograd here. Oh my gosh, once again, if they just leave it open. I think what's happening is the AI is sending everybody in through Petrograd, but as soon as they hit the city, they then, you know, go move to wherever they're needed, and so you're ending up with these moments where it's open. There isn't actually a division in the city because the latest one has already left and the next one hasn't arrived. Here you go, buddy. Going somewhere? You guys also go. Nice! We took Petrograd. Okay. Wow, the dancing in the streets. We gotta name this. We're gonna call this the Petrograd Heroes Division. Now this guy's gonna be able to come down here and he will get some supply. We're either gonna get a cop here or I can move this guy west, but just leaving that division there shouldn't actually be much of a problem. At least I think so. And yeah, we got quite a few more factories available now. What are we behind on? Still anti-air, right? Okay. Air doctrine. Yes. Oh, we still have more. About 2-1 with the losses and blood. That's good news, right? Okay. Oh, this Finnish front looks like crap. What would happen? Let's just do a peek. We're gonna, for a week, go on the offensive. Test drive. Yeah, that's way too many red bubbles. Look at all that. But let's let like a week go by just to see what we can pick up. I'm seeing a bulge where there shouldn't be one. I think. See, we're gonna close this up right as the Finnish show up. Norway, what are you doing? Ooh, Union of Britain's taking Denmark, though. That looks good. Looks like we have some unassigned divisions of some sort, of some kind. This guy's not doing anything. Yeah, I wanted to assign him there. Konigsberg is about to be surrounded at the very least, if not taken. That would be nice to have. Yeah, just do a weak offensive. You see, that's a pun, you see. But also take Konigsberg, so there's like a tangible result. So you know what? Let's do that, and then that's when we'll call the offensive off. Was all a ruse just for Konigsberg. What do we want to do? Faith in the army. My faith lies with you. Personal heroism, I wanted this. He still hasn't gotten the infantry guy yet. Ooh. Just sent a bunch of divisions to Chuikov, more than he needs, actually. They're not particularly well trained. Okay, alright, but now Chuikov, at least you can fill a dang front line, I think. Just in time for the Finnish to show up. Okay. Oh. Water. Actually, no. I need something much. Have I eaten today? Yes, I did. Okay. But, it was early breakfast. Now I need more, I think. I'll be right back. Okay. Back. Just had to get a little food in my stomach. Some rations, right? This is great. Loving seeing this. 7 divisions. We're going to pivot 2 north directly to Luga. Let's see if we can link up here. Get to Petrograd. And then we'll be able to encircle these free Russia... the so-called Free Russian Army. And yeah, it's going good. Just like all it did was meaning we were going to lose the Finnish front. So it's good. This looks good because things are terrible. All we're doing is trading one front for another, but I'd rather be fighting on Finnish territory than in Petrograd. Alright, have we taken Königsberg yet? No, we haven't. Oh, fuck up, Sweden!
Oh, this is the Armafordning. Okay, wait, they're Swedes, but they're fighting for Germany?
It must be like a... It must be one of those things like how, you know when you play as the United States, you'll get an event where it's like Chilean volunteers, and you know, it's a Chilean division, but it's under your flag. I mean, but not under your flag, like it has their flag, but it's under you. I think that must be what that is. I don't know, I've not played Sweden. I don't know, like, if there's a focus to do that, send a division, or if it's like a, what? They pretty much always join the Reichspakt, though. I kind of take it for granted that they will every time. Like, Norway doesn't always go socialist. But, like, whenever, yeah, you get Horner, it's like, he always I don't know if that's like a flag somewhere in the code, but... it sounds strange, but every time Horner wins here, I know that Norway goes socialist. There must be an event or something. But that's what's great about it. I mean, think of all the years I've been playing Kaiserreich, and there's still mysteries I don't know. Even though I was the guide guy, right? Like, all this guy does is make Kaiserreich guides, and I still don't know. Of course, they always update it whenever I figure out their secrets. Yeah, it's twisted. Yes! Retreat! Oh, some Irish landed? What the hell? Why are the Irish fighting for Germany? Well, fair enough. Oh, they've got volunteers. So they sent volunteers to help the Austrians. They landed up here near Königsberg, and I just whooped their asses as soon as they hit the... Yes, we took it. Oh, we killed his ass! We took Königsberg! Said fuck Prussia, and Kaiser Wilhelm dropped dead. Oh, that's so funny. June 6, 1941. This is the next day's paper. International Hebrew Tribune. Kaiser Wilhelm II is dead. Wilhelm II, the Emperor, has died of a pulmonary embolism in his home today. One of the last monarchs of the 19th century, Wilhelm II tried to continue the legacy of European greatness and world leadership. He initiated the policy of Weltpolitik, which bore fruit after the Weltkrieg as Germany became the foremost power of the world. He was the last leader of the old school, a bulwark against radicalism, a rallying point in war, a stable leader in unstable times. With his death, Crown Prince Friedrich Wilhelm will ascend to the throne as Wilhelm III. More of a modernizer and extremist than his father, his succession marked a sea change in German politics and diplomacy. How German partners and rivals will react is yet uncertain. What is sure that with Wilhelm II's deaths, the long waiting of the 19th century is finally complete. Good riddance. Yeah, that's great. I mean, yeah, it was a pulmonary embolism, but we know what really killed him. You're welcome, Europe. Okay, I think that is really more than enough in terms of going on the offensive here. I think we can once again stop. Supply check. This is looking a little bad, but we've got Königsberg, so it's going to be fine. Yeah, a little bit of red here, but nothing serious. I think we're good there. Yeah, exactly, Micha, exactly. Okay, cool. You see, look, this pocket's working out. You see, we're closing this up. All right. Feeling good. Hollywood. Feeling good. Hollywood. Okay, careful now. Let's not re-lose Petrograd.
Выходим!
Yeah, infantry expert. I think we just need more bang bang power. Just freaking make sure these guys can shoot. We still are in the hole with this anti-air, like we're barely treading water. Like I have to continuously pour more and more into it just to maintain my current level of debt. Infantry equipment. Let's do more of that. But this is great. Love how much I've got queued up. Let's start dedicating some civilian factories specifically to that. We're at over 300 factories now, 153 of them civilian. Isn't that, like, so wild to think about? I think we're about to achieve the crossover point. I don't know how many divisions the Germans have, but their civilian factories are running low. And if I by myself have more than Germany, and look at the position Germany is in. I mean, it really is just a matter of time even now. This is Manic flailing against the inevitable. That's why it looks like crap. But we gotta, you know, do it right, do it smooth. We don't need to be throwing away Russian lives recklessly. Manpower feels like it's starting to come in faster too. Oh yeah, infantry expert, definitely you here. This guy's kind of out of position. Don't like that. We must take Danzig. Man, I need to sit down. You know, I'm writing it down right now. I'm gonna sit down probably tonight. Yeah, after the sun's down. I'm gonna listen to some Rammstein because I've been thinking about it a lot this year because I keep running into Rammstein songs, and it's like I've never heard a Rammstein song I didn't like. It's always cool, but I couldn't name an album or anything like, so I want to sit down and listen to a full one of something of theirs. Just see how badass it makes me. Like one example of that happening recently is I watched Nymphomaniac Volumes 1 and 2 by the director Lars von Trier because I've been on a Trier kick. And, you know, the movie starts kind of softly. It's a Christmas movie, by the way, if you didn't know that. There's a lot. I mean, I've definitely run into people who are like, oh yeah, Nymphomaniac, I've heard about that. Like, they've heard the legends, but they've not actually watched it themselves. And it's free on Hoopla, at least, which is like that library app, one of the library apps, so definitely recommend it. But anyway, it's like kind of dark, it's snowing, it's quiet, and then boom, Nymphomaniac by Rammstein comes in, just some metal, and kind of lets you know, hey, whatever bullshit you were doing before, we're watching this movie now, and strap in. Pun intended, for those who have seen it. This is going wonderfully, but we got to make sure we don't get overextended because, like, I think we're too far west. I think we're getting greedy for Berlin right now. Alexander is big, but like, look at this. We are west of Danzig, but we also still haven't taken Kharkiv. Way here. If we can get a push here, which I think we can, close this pocket. I mean, let's face it. Ukraine is hard carrying the south right now. There is Austrian forces, but it is the Ukrainians that are doing the work. Especially, like, let's look at the casualties here. We've officially crossed the 1 million dead threshold, by the way. But the Ukrainians are responsible for most of that. Or, I mean, not most of that. A plurality of that. The Austrians have killed few, but not as many as the Germans. Yeah, we gotta be a little bit careful here. He's definitely overextended. I think it's... Okay, cool. We closed that pocket. Far East, we really need you guys to finish suppressing this crap.
Зададим жару! Мирно!
Begging you to finish this shit off.
Внимание!
Okay, finish front. This is gonna look ugly. That's definitely overextended, but whatever. Yeah, what's the plan? Go to Stockholm. Walk forward and shoot things that move until you are in Stockholm. That's the plan. The Green Armies returned. Yes, they've returned, and we have returned their return back to them. We're gonna lose this division out here. The 66. This guy is way too out of out of position. He's fucked.
Готов выдвигаться!
Yep. That's a long way back, buddy. See what happens? See what happens when you don't follow the plan? Okay. See, look at this. This is like so awkward. No, don't do that. That's over water. This Austrian division, like the Mongolians still can't deal with these two Austrian divisions that have been they're just lost in the middle of the Caucasus. What are they even eating? They've been down there for months. They're just camping, I guess. Okay, AIT divisions. We're gonna assign kind of here, southern focus, and do that. Okay, Chuikov, time for your redemption. Take Finland for me again. And then you shall be considered worthy. Until then, you shall wear the white as shame for your disgraceful defending of or lack of defending. I mean, what? Again, just because I gave you completely untrained troops, I basically just gave them a gun, showed them which way to point it, and assigned them to you. So you couldn't. I mean, he did take it back though, but well, he's not AIT anymore, I guess. Advanced. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna call this advanced combat training. We're just gonna send him wherever the shit is. Constantly. Look at that. Green arrows. He's the only one besides in the Far East who's giving me green arrows. Yeah, we're finally almost done with these fools, though. Then we're gonna. That'll be 24 whole divisions we can bring east. Really nice. What I think I might do is like compress Tukhachevsky up here, like so that all of his armies are just this northern front, and then Zhukov will cover the south. I mean, I guess that's kind of what we're doing already. Actually, no, it's not at all what we're doing already. It's what I was trying to do earlier when Zhukov was assigned to the south, but he's not now, so never mind. Never mind to all of that. Tactics movement minus 25%. Are there chemical weapons in Hearts of Iron 4? I think it's implied. I don't know. I don't use them. That's how I'll answer it. You know what? He's gonna get an attack also. The following must be true. Hardness over 50%. Shit. Suppressive barrage. Forgot about the hardness thing. Centrifuge, gaseous is a proven technique. In order to supply our reactors with nuclear fuel, we need to decide on a process for separating the useful isotopes of uranium from the rest. There are a number of proposals for separation facilities, but the two front runners are gaseous and centrifugal. Gaseous is a proven technique. Centrifuges will be more efficient in the long run. Whatever, let's just see what happens. Oh, cool. It lets us determine, okay, proven technique, or we could say gain secret resource procurement, consumer good factors up 10% for a year, but then it'll add 15% progress. So it's essentially we could trade consumer good factories for well, why are we trading for rubber when we don't need to? Why isn't anything assigned? Whoa, hold on. What's going on here? Oh, don't be glitching on me now. It's just not showing shit. Oh boy. Well, that is a problem because now I don't know how many consumer good factories I am making. Construction. Uh-oh. I think we're getting a fucking glitch, y'all. I think we're in trouble here. Maybe it's because it's open. Fuck it, we're gonna say centrifuges in the long run. Okay. So, let's let like midnight hit. Oh no. Ooh, no. Construction glitch, maybe. Let's just do that. Oh! Rich! Oh! Oh yeah, so to finish what I was saying earlier about Bob Ross, so I think what I'm gonna try to do is get a handful, like maybe 4, probably more later, but like have 4 of his paintings that I really want to focus on in regards to like technique or the color or whatever, so that I can rotate between them. Like one that I'm really enjoying that I definitely like it's like I want to get really good at a few of them. It is this one called Winter's Frost, and I just like it because it's got good coloring, it's bright, like it's a winter scene though, which means it uses a lot of titanium white, and I have a lot of titanium white paint, so that's nice. You know, gotta think about the budget too. But you know, it's got like a good mix of techniques because like, okay, you do mountains in that painting, there's a sun in that painting, which like he actually often, at least from what I can tell, it seems like he doesn't make the sun itself very often. He'll like create a point of light, but it's like over the horizon or obscured by clouds or something. So having an actual sun in there is a change of pace. But like you do trees, you could do, there's water lines, reflections, there's like 2 different types of trees he makes in it, does bushes, so like there's like a lot of techniques that could be practiced in a single painting. So like for example, that's one I want to do. But I also want to get good at gray winter, so it's like, okay, winter and winter paintings. Hey, what can I say? Winter paintings, they don't use a lot of color, so it's nice on your budget. You know, you don't have to get phthalo green just to make 2 things. I know it's more complicated than that. It just depends on what you make, but I'm just saying. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose. Do I have a tissue around? But like another I want to make good is one called Gray Winter, which was actually the first painting of Bob Ross I ever painted years ago. And what I liked about it is it's one of his paintings where apparently people would write him and say, hey, I like your paintings, but I'm colorblind, so could you do like a colorblind painting thing? So Gray Winter is one that the only 3 colors that are used are red, white, and black. And the red is just to create like a light point in the top right corner. It like barely matters. And then you just use different ratios of the white and the black to create grays and, you know, paint the scene. So it's neat. And, yeah, that's one I want to be good at as well. Plus, there's something to be said about it's fucking late. I'm always bitching about going through these fucking lakes, and now I'm doing it twice in one campaign. Thank you, Free Russian Army. About to go. Oh man, who wants Berlin? Who's hungry for it? Who's hungry for it? How about you? How about you? Can somebody make a run for two? We're gonna have 2 divisions run for Frankfurt. Tukhachevsky just basically. This is like in Rome season 1. Where they say like go as far as you need to with this message, and then if you meet resistance, turn around. Same thing here. So Tukhachevsky's just gonna tap Alexander on the shoulder. He's like, I want you to pick 2 divisions, and these 2 divisions want top men. Who are our top men? We got General Major Nikolai Nikitin here with 22 of Kolontais cannons, and who's the other one? General Kirill Belyayev, and they said, look, I want the 2 of you to take some soldiers and go talk to Willem III and say, we will accept your surrender whenever you're ready. And if they shoot at you, turn around. And it doesn't look like there's anybody to shoot at them. Oh man, we're about to take steps. You see, if it's just open, there's Austrians covering this, the Germans who've been blinded by France, and the loss of the Ruhr. I suppose that'll do it. Okay, you see, like we're meeting some resistance there, so he's not gonna go to Berlin. But it's like I think I will just keep having 1 division at any given moment cheekily going to Berlin. Yeah, like until I meet resistance, which I do not seem to be. We're gonna. I mean, I know they won't surrender just because Berlin drops, but hey, ooh, just some cavalry. Just some cavalry. Is that all you've brought? Okay, personal heroism. Cool. Let's assign some aces. Or wait, ooh, shoot! I actually just remembered. Yeah, I'll assign them. I don't know if they'll just like have spawned somewhere. Oh, okay, no, they're auto-assigned. Cool, so like we got 33, Rodonin 33. Naval targeting, better agility, ground attack factor, etc. Oh, that's cool. Alright. More military factories. Man, we're gonna have been in debt this whole war and still win. That's pretty great. Anti-air, 25 days. Yeah, we're about to reach a crossover point. I mean, we're at the gates of frickin' Berlin already. Obviously, that point's been achieved. Okay, let's just get some infrastructure. I'm just gonna build a bunch of infrastructure, just so I can like stop having to think about where I'll put factories. I'm kind of getting a little tired of being so efficient because like look, victory is in sight. Just keep loading up. All right, next national focus. Invite Sverdlaw. Just do it to do political things in the middle of the war. Red spider web, nah. Get a radar station. Proof capital. Fighter bomber synergy. Ace generation chance plus 33%. Damn, that's like actually freaking sick. Ooh, total aviation mobilization. Cool. Let's get our production costs down. We're about to take Berlin. We're actually about to take Berlin. You know what? General offensive. Go, go, everybody go. Push, push, push. Berlin is in a Blucher. Someone got hurt. Someone got a little over-eager here in the southern Ukrainian front. These Ukrainians, geez, Germany's gonna collapse before Ukraine does. You gotta give them credit for that. Sort by total skill. Yeah, geez, we're really top heavy. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna keep doing infantry equipment until it's green. I'm sick of seeing it red. I'm sick of the... We're gonna get rid of the stereotyping of, you know, the Russian soldiers without guns. I mean, for goodness sake, we're doing superior firepower. We need the firepower in hand. What won the war? I mean, think about the legacy of this war. Be like, what won the war? It wasn't the tanks. It was artillery and rifles. The air superiority sure helped. And logistics and industry and like, yeah, there it is! There it is! Oh, you suckers! National Republic of Lithuania. Goddamn, what? Is the National Republic of Lithuania flag getting put up over the Reichstag? Let's find out. Reports from Berlin confirm that the German city has been captured by advancing Lithuanian troops. There aren't any! After long, merciless fighting through the great city, yeah, trucks won the war. There you go. German forces put up stiff resistance, hoping to delay the Lithuanian forces for as long as possible, but were eventually beaten back. As shocked Berliners looked on, the Lithuanian army paraded down the Brandenburg Gate before listening to the speech by Vytautas Alantas in front of the famous monument. However, what eventually seems to have caught the attention and memory of the world is a picture of a Lithuanian soldier proudly holding the Lithuanian flag from the roof of a heavily damaged Reichstag taken by one of his squad mates. A great victory for the National Republic of Lithuania indeed. What a scammer. What an absolute scammer. Minus 71% stability. Shit. Alright, now they're definitely not surrendering yet. Germany is still only 60% of the way, but I mean, we've taken Berlin. I'm actually just going to leave the general offensive on, and I think it's really just a matter of time. Rewrite the history. Yeah, here we go. Fall of Vladivostok. Berlin fell before Vladivostok died. Ooh, if I was Russian, I would talk so much shit. Like, our little backwards Far Eastern army held out longer than the Germans did, because the weakest Russian rebellion versus the strongest German empire. Which falls first? Yeah, frag stealing, yeah. Fall of Vladivostok. Vladivostok, the so-called gateway to the east, has fallen. The Pacific port city, home of the Russian Pacific Fleet, and the linchpin of Russia's long dwindling ambitions in the Far East, was captured today by Russian forces, who overcame the city's extensive fortifications, the largest in Russia, and secured its vital harbor. The city's position means that it has long been a site of conflict, having been of critical importance during the Russo-Japanese War and held by warlords during the Russian Civil War. Today, control of the city has changed again, and with it, so too has the destiny of the Far East. Huzzah! Huzzah, I say! So are they going to surrender now, or what? Genuinely don't know what's going on here. I mean, it says 100% capitulation. Oh, I didn't unpause, that's why. Alright. Far Eastern Army has capitulated. Great news. Take all my shit back now. Thank you very much. Thanks for the chromium. Trial of the Semyovites. By the way, we now got all those factories back and stuff. The self-styled Ataman and rebel Grigory Semyonov was already engaged in banditry and robbery during the Civil War. His white forces were more focused on amassing personal wealth over fighting the Bolsheviks. Supreme Leader Kolchak sought to crush the Siberian Atamas already in the last episodes of the Civil War, but many of them, Semyonov, Kalmyakov, Ankov, fled to China. Most of these officers made a career as freelance advisors to various Chinese warlords, a fitting place for honorless bandits like they are. But now Semyonov and his cronies are here again. The other ringleader of the Far Eastern revolt, Mikhail Ditkerekas, was not captured alive. No mercy for traitors. Execute them all. I like how there is no option given. So just execute them all. Thank you for the stability. Let's all move on now. Gaze the combat casualties are starting to wear on our war support. I haven't been spending my political power. Let us exhort heroism as well as utilize the domestic film industry. So there you go already. We got a nice chunk up. Economic operations. I mean, why not? No reason not to do them, I guess. Man, can you imagine if I decided to go into Armenia just to start a war with Iran? I won't. but that is an option is funny to me. Come on, Germany, can't you handle the... it's isn't maybe time to go aggressive as well. Well, I feel like this is not triumphant enough music. This is the joy of super events and new orders. You get the music. Let's do. Okay. Huzzah for the capture of Berlin by Mikhail Tukhachevsky! Oh. More! Okay. Now let's do some different music. We're on a crusade now. A crusade to retake all our clay. To paint as far west as we please. Right into Vienna. But I think the war is just going to kind of drive itself now. I could be microing more to be efficient, but especially once we link up with France, it's going to all be over. But the crying... Ooh, Italians still don't have Trieste. There's nobody here, from what I can tell. No, there is. There's 4 divisions. Never mind. Alright. What are we gonna do here? Yeah, computing machines. Kind of want to go to 5 speed, really. Let's do 4. What decisions are available? Arctic ore deposits. Man, look at this industry. You see how fast it snowballs? 153 civilian factories. I don't think I've actually actively built any since we were at about 100. But just the way that, like, we had to sprint and work and heave to get to, you know, what was it, 161 factories, and now we've got double that, or about to have double that. Antonov is a little hurt. We'll leave him be. Okay. The casualties are going to start spiking because I'm doing this. Yeah, we're at almost 1.2 million now. Germany's lost 300. They've killed 304 of us. How many of them have we killed? Yeah, we're still, the ratio's still not right, but whatever. But whatever. Oh yeah, so the Far Eastern Army is ready. Where shall I put them? You know what? Why don't you come over here and show the Norwegians a thing or two, because you've done a thing or two. Bombing by the Krasnov organization. Titan security, make arrests to spread fear. Yeah. Man, our base value stability is at 100 right now, by the way. It's like we're definitely well above 100, but like even all the negatives, none of it means anything. It's great. Damn good run. Damn good run. Who needs tanks? Oh, how did I do that? What? Did I know that? If you click the home button, it takes you to your capital? I think I did, actually. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that in the guide somewhere. We never did use the decrypted shit, did we? Gosh, I'm cussing so much. I'm winning. Sorry. We're still in the hole on infantry equipment, then we're still going to keep putting more in there. I know it's because I'm just like on a full-blown offensive now. But... very nice. Love these ratios. Germany has lost 3.4 million and counting. It's mostly them. Austria is about to hit 1 million though. The non-stop offensive is really putting me in a hole. This all looks great. I don't want or need him to be my winter expert. Getting closer to Kiev. Like, I really should be microing this to create an encirclement situation. I'm just not doing a good job of that. Like, if I could just encircle this whole pocket, that'd be pretty swell. Okay, all of northern Germany's in our grasp. I mean, they gotta collapse here soon, right? Once we take Leipzig. 75% of the way there. How's it going on this front? Angola. Angola and Minsk are mid. Yeah, these two broke off. I think I saw that event earlier and I didn't comment on it. Ooh, what are these operations? RDS-1, Reactive Engine Special, nondescript name for highly classified project. Assigned to a team under the leadership of renowned nuclear physicist Igor Churtov. Fragmentary reports from the Ocarina show a growing interest in selective atomic research across the globe. The potential power released by the splitting of the atom is terrifying to contemplate, and Russia must ensure it is not left on the sidelines of history by such a weapon. Oh boy. And meanwhile, this war goes on and on and on. I've said it so many times, and I'll say it again. There needs to be an easy way for this to get linked into the greater war. Like, there's a decision where the Ottomans join the Reichspakt, or like somebody, you can make an appeal to somebody because, you know, they're looking for outside allies, but then they just end up getting dragged into the greater conflict. Tragic, you know. Daughters of the Motherland. With Russian men fighting for the fate of the motherland, women remain in support duties, chiefly staffing hospitals and radio stations. There have been rising voices promoting the idea of a new women's military unit in the legacy of Maria Bokharovich's Women's Battalion of Death. Instantly, there's a movie called Battalion that's about that one. It's okay. The ending is kind of sudden and anticlimactic. There was potential there. It could have been better. But if you're super interested in that, check it out. I don't know where you could watch it right now. I think I saw it when it was like just free on YouTube. So despite the failures of the unit, it continues to inspire some more radical politicians within our party. Vasily Boldayev reported that under pressure from politicians, he has organized the separate Women's Volunteer Infantry Brigade. But in the meantime, I'm trying to get some lotion out. That's what you're hearing, by the way. In the meantime, he established strict physical standards and sent them to the rear for military training, which in his words, God knows, they will need. Vasily Boldayev, at the last meeting with the premier, categorically refused to send women to the front line, instead preferring to keep them in a support role. For now, we have several options for how to resolve the issue. Allow the separate Women's Volunteer Infantry Brigade to complete their training and send it to the front line, regardless of the warnings of the military experts that this is a terrible idea. Reassign women to the support personnel, which will relieve men from those positions. Or simply outright admit that women have no place near the front line and should contribute to the war effort in the factories instead. I think I'm actually going to put this one to a vote because it's been a long time since we did that. So let's see here. Role of women in the military. Full equality. Whoops. I guess it would still be segregated. So let's call it full integration is what we'll call it. Full integration only in support roles or at option forbidden. All right, so I'll give you guys a few minutes to work on that. This is a man's communist utopia. Yeah. Oh man. It's like it's like the joke of, I mean, there's a lot of variants of the joke, but like the one that women do not belong in the kitchen. Food is far too important to leave in their hands. Or, you know, there's like different versions of that. I I appreciate those kinds of jokes because those are ones that I can make here because I like a good joke where you want, like I said, some people go like, it's good when everyone's offended, but like you really gotta kind of swing both ways to make sure nobody's on your ass. Like there and you know where it reminds me of, it kind of is an inspiration for it. When I was taking government years ago in high school, the teacher said, hey, we're going to talk about politics and the system, and people have strong opinions, and it's understandable. But we're going to start the days with with jokes. And so what he would do is he would read 3 like anti-Democrat jokes and then 3 anti-Republican jokes. And honestly, a lot of them were just generic jokes. Because I think he said he just looked for them online. But they were just like generic jokes, and you just insert the political party. By the way, I'm just vamping so you guys can vote, so please vote. So it'd be something like, how many Democrats does it take to change a light bulb? 1 to hold it, and 4 people to spin the person on the ladder, or whatever. But like, and that's a joke that's, that could be anything. It's like just an insert X joke. Like, it has nothing to do with politics. But it was funny because, now this part of the story I think I've told a few times over the years on stream, but it was funny because how people felt about him was always more indicative of their own personal political feelings. So, like, if you were somebody who did well in the class, and were like left-leaning, for example. Let's say they were like Democratic-minded. They go like, "Oh, I know he's secretly a Democrat because only the Republican jokes are good." The anti-Republican jokes are good. So some stuff like that. But like, you talk to somebody who feels the other way, and they'd say the opposite, which was funny. Ooh. All right. How many votes has there been? Oh yeah, pretty much everybody's voted. Sweet. Okay, so I'll end the poll. Yeah, full integration. Patriotism knows no gender. So what happens here? We're going to lose stability. Oh no, we're going to lose our like integer overflow stability. And we'll get Night Witches, which, as always, I recommend the Sabaton song. But a lot of their, now I think about it, a lot of their songs about flyers and pilots and stuff are particularly good. Anyway. Patriotism knows no gender, adds Night Witches, which grants ground bombing targeting plus 10%, night operations penalty minus 10%. So that's cool. What would the options have been? We got manpower. Oh, we would have gotten improved field hospitals if women were an auxiliary role. Trickleback war support protection plus 20%, experience loss minus 10%. Dang, that's pretty good. And absolutely not just only negative. And it's just, yeah, like what you said. Are we building a communist utopia or not? Because I don't remember seeing anything that said it's for men only. It's like something doesn't compute here. Even where it's like, seriously, they can't even be nurses? Come on now. Like, support roles, like, geez, have them deliver mail. Do something. Okay, cool. The cipher for Ukraine is done. Oh yeah, we have our, here's the women's division. Who's short one? Anybody short one? I don't want to put them under Boris. Also, what's the template on this thing? Ooh, bang bang. Alright, yeah, definitely come over here. We need to give him a different, logo, though. I don't think there's any, like, gendered logo. Yeah, I don't even know, like, what would be a woman. Like, I guess this is a guy, because it's horns, it's a horned animal. Although reindeers have horns. Oh, they'll do a reindeer! Ooh, I forget if the reindeer logo's here or if it's only in Equestria at War. The fucking Maui statue. There we go. I think that's an elk, actually. Whatever, we're gonna say it's a reindeer. So there you go, to represent the horny women. I just... Jeez, I just started thinking about, so this is what Charles Barkley felt like when he did the... You know, when a guy's banging you and you're feeling his body... With integration, the quality of the sandwiches went down. Damn, I'm trying to think if I've ever had a good sandwich made for me by a woman. I'm not saying I've not had a sandwich made by a woman, but... No, I've had some good ones. There's been some that are good. But most of the time it's like, well, it's really sweet that you did this. I'll eat it. Cold, and I'll eat it. Yeah. There you go. Okay, so most women make a sandwich jokes are like they just suck. But I do remember there was a good one in Helsing Abridged where it's Alucard, his boss is a woman, and he'll make like these misogynistic remarks. And I don't even remember the context of what, like, it was the mid-conversation, but at some point in the conversation, he just goes, "You understand? So, is bitch gonna make me a sandwich?" And she's like, "I'm deploying you to Berlin," or whatever. And like, "Bitch, say what now?" But there's something about the silliness of the delivery that it was so funny and stuck with me. Like, "Make me a sandwich." It's like there's an invasion happening in London. What? So you're not making me a sandwich? Is what you're saying. That's what I'm hearing? I didn't watch this last Halloween. I usually like to watch. I mean, you know, there's like Halloween time movies and shows I like to watch. Helsing Abridged is a good one of those. What is this? Give me the military axis! Oh my goodness, France. Are you kidding me? Hold on, we gotta redraw these lines, I think, because now things are just officially a mess. There we go. Okay. Keep going, please. Keep still holding on. What are some of the best sandwiches you guys have ever had? Was it at a restaurant? Was it something you made at home where you're going, "Oh, dang it, I'm out of ingredients. What do I got here?" You know, is it something someone made for you? Is it some special ingredients? Dad's sandwiches. Oh, there you go. Yeah, my dad made good sandwiches. Dads know how to make good sandwiches. Oh, you know what? I'll give you an example of a restaurant sandwich I once had. It was actually last year. I shouldn't say restaurant. It was just a brewery. Oh, Munich! Ensuing battle. Saw the place destroyed. Post-capture the rest of southern Germany. Fall is near, if not imminent. What is that? Oh, God damn it! That fucking note. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Alright, this should hopefully not be ringing in the background. Alright, yeah, Munich's been taken. It's gotta be over. What is it? We've got Königsberg. Damn, we got the whole North Coast. Oh, Leipzig still hasn't won. Site of the Battle of Nations. Now the capital of a falling empire. It had gone. The French got it before I did. I don't have 18 divisions fighting in Italy. At this point, they're just... Okay, what is this? Reactor design. Dictate the use of the entire reactor. Could use heavy water, or we can use graphite. Purified graphite's a better moderator. Heavy will be cheaper, so if we do this, it unlocks nuclear reactors. If we do this, we have heavy water nuclear reactors. Let's do the graphite. Produces 13% progress. Unlocks a building. So I can, like, build the facilities now, or what? Yeah, we gotta finish this. I'm winning the war this stream, guys. Shorten your front. The French can take care of themselves, allegedly. Yeah, I think you're right. I think yeah, you are correct. Let's do it like here. Yeah, that's significantly shorter. Oh, I think American armies are about to hit Zagreb. Yeah. They're pushing on through. Okay, cool. So I can finally make him an infantry expert, and I can switch his role, I think. Oh, because he's already an advisor. So it's too late. It's too late! Rally public support. Yeah, sure. Keep boosting my party popularity. I mean, we've pretty much got everybody. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, so an example of a really great sandwich I had, and I've just learned how to make it at home now, but it was like, it was called the Brewmeister. I got it at a brewery. Very good, like, fall time beer. There goes Albania. We can no longer withstand the pressure from the Spanish forces. The forces of Spain have landed in Albania. What a wild war. But it goes pretzel bread on, or pretzel bun on the bottom. Then there was ham, like a lot of fucking ham, thick amount of ham, bacon on top of that, some arugula, and it had spicy brown mustard on top, and then the top pretzel bun. And it was good. The only problem I'd say is, like, maybe just because there was so much ham, it was slightly dry. I think a little bit of horseradish or extra life here on the bottom would have made it perfect. That's basically what I do when I make a version at home. And it's just a simple but damn good sandwich. Alright. Don't even know what to take here. Well, let's finish up this artillery wing. Okay, what is this? Doctrines are available, or decisions, excuse me. Grozny oil fields, yeah, sure. We need a research excavation for... Okay. So Chukov ended up quitting himself. He's pushing him back up here in the north. That's something. Yeah, the remnants of free Russia are all that remain.
Я готов.
There we go. Come on. Am I missing something here? Will y'all get in position already so we can take Stockholm? Yeah, we're gonna go to 5 speed. Stole advancements in project for super heavy. Oh. Hey, Jazz. It's official. The war is ended in the Levant areas. Stole advancements, 3% project towards them. They thought a railway gun was going to save them. So there's the chiropractor and the Tabriz Accords, huh? Well. Don't like all the red bubbles I'm seeing. But look at that, we finally have enough anti-air equipment. Vienna's gone. Project M. That's jet fighter stuff. Vision for our union more than the German Empire has to not exist. If you go after the Prince of Federation, the Qing, wow, destroy imperialism. This could become a world conquest run if I wanted it to be. Let us renew the Bolsheviks in this moment of victory. Whatever that means. Death Valley uranium gives us infrastructure. This gives us infrastructure. Brandenburg. Birthplace of nuclear science. Take over their research facilities, make an attempt to hire some of their science. Oh, okay. So we can start researching nukes faster after we take them. Fyodorov. What's the unassigned? Land warfare. Can't afford to recruit someone right now, so whatever. Ah! I'm so happy that this means also I'm gonna be able to finally update Kaiserreich because I've been so scared about not being able to pull this off. I mean, we've won. We've won. The Manic Pixie Dream Offensive is brilliant. Actually, no, wow, we're getting cut off here. Poland is carving its way to the sea. Who's leading this charge? There's some tanks from the French or the Germans. I think they're making me work for it a little bit. But look, see, they're already getting pushed back. They just don't have it. They simply do not have it. Look, they've got... I don't even know where they're getting all these factories for. 74 to 92? That doesn't even seem right. Where are they? You got 94 factories in Breslau? The French take care of themselves. Lithuanians do not. Yeah. France is just going ham right now. Their casualties are probably through the roof, though. Hitting 2 million. They have killed 2.8 million Germans. The Germans have killed 1.5 million French. So, make that what you will. I can't believe Pinsk is still up. That's very funny to me. Bolshevik renewal. Yeah. Big paragraph, welcome aboard. What does that mean, you know? Expansion of political administration, so that'll help with the lingering anti-socialist resistance. You got lucky in this run, victory in Spain and France being confident for some reason. It's a lot of little things adding up. A lot of it is winning the Civil War. If for nothing else, then, you know, that's every one less gun that goes to America can stay and be used in Europe. So when you can help win the war in America, it does a lot of good for your side in both direct and indirect ways. Let's look at an indirect that is kind of direct, though. Let's ask for infantry equipment. Let's ask for support equipment. They will not accept. Trucks, they will accept. Anti-air, no. Artillery, no. They're sending us nothing in terms of guns. Great, that's done. Now, still too early for those. Quantized cannons. Switch. Why aren't you attacking? Fall of Kyiv, finally. Bad news for the Ukrainian People's Republic today as the Russian army has just completed the assault upon ancient capital. While initial reports suggested the Ukrainian defenders would be able to hold them at the bridges in a protracted siege, the many avenues over the river proved too much to hold, with Russian troops on either side of the river and scattered defenders surrendering on the isles. Kyiv has fallen to the invaders. With the thriving hub now in Russian hands, the rest of Ukrainian lands are in jeopardy. While the Russian Socialist Federative Republic has promised to respect the 700 years of history built up since the Mongols destroyed it in 1240, Kievan memory is long, invasions have never been kind to them, and they fear the worst. Where's that oil field? I don't... Oh, here we go. We're getting so much oil. 277 oil we have right now. Alright. Zukov! Let's have you be charismatic. Lot of red bubbles. Lot of red bubbles. Large rivers and divisions still preparing. There it is, the collapse of the Reichspakt. Ooh, the beeping, ow! My ears took some damage yesterday. Okay. It appears the unthinkable has occurred. Today, German forces fighting in Europe have finally collapsed under the weight of the invading armies. With nowhere left to run, the Kaiser and his cabinet have met and agreed that a complete surrender was imminent within days. News has thrown their allies into complete disarray, with the structure offered by the Reichspakt alliance completely evaporating. It is clear that the world order, which has existed since the end of the First Weltkrieg, is about to come to a fiery end, what the Tsar could never achieve. So, are we still at war with all of them? Yes, there's just not a faction anymore. Come on, we barely have any Russian troops in Austria yet. Oh, that's it. Peace! Peace in our time! Alright. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna take that as an opportunity to go and get a little grub. Just stuff a little something in my mouth. And glad we did it. I'll be right back and we'll do this peace deal. Okay. So, let us get this done. Here's some chewing. This is me chewing over the maps of Europe going, ooh, who gets what? We're not going to take everything. Yes, I know that might make it easier in some ways because we can microwave all the shit. We're not going to do that. Who's on our side in the Balkans area? You know what? I'm going to let Spain take Albania. Right? I think if I did that correctly, so like submit the demands. Spanish Socialist Republic takes it. Okay, good. All right. Where is Socialist Commonwealth of Canada? Where's America? Australasian Union. Where's America? Batavian Commune, Commune of France. Socialist Commonwealth of Canada. There we go. Socialist Republic of America. Sorry, I'm blind, apparently. Okay, so the Socialists... you will get Haiti. Yeah. You know what? Let's make sure we get the stuff that's definitely ours first as well. For example, pretty much everything in this screen. We're going to take Finland, Riga, Estonia, Georgia, pre-Russia, what a joke. Kirovia. Okay, good. Norway should deal with Denmark. France will deal with the Belgians. And, is there a way for me to give it to Italy? Like, do they have a force in exile of any kind? I don't think so. Probably France then. And again, it was social. You know what? Union of Britain. I want that to be a little special. They did help. They did invade Venice. America got in there too, but we already gave them Haiti. And this is just who's managing the liberation. So that's what this is. We're just liberating people. I think that's it. See how messy this gets. Now the Union of Britain and America are going to have to figure out Italy is split right now. I think we do still need to beat the Austrians. They're a little invested now. Frank capitulated. Thank you. Let's see here. Expansion of the political administration. Great. Awaken proletarian consciousness. Basically our go up in our level. War on peasants. That doesn't sound very nice. Well, this creates anti-socialist resistance, which I'm trying to avoid. So, there will apparently be a war on peasants. Peasantry may have had a revolutionary role to play in the struggle against Tsarism and Savinkovism. But in the struggle for socialism, Lenin observed it as playing a facilitating, treacherous role. After all, it was the peasantry driven rabid with nationalist fervor who drove Savinkov into power, to say nothing of the left SR uprisings during the Civil War. We must uproot this landowning class in favor of large-scale collectivization of agriculture, before history can repeat. Okay, let's do it. The PSR is going to be mad. They're at +9 anyway. I'll just concede to them as usual. All of Warsaw. Oh yeah, I can recruit somebody now. Land warfare guy, huh? Don't need a jet expert for that. None of these ones are particularly great. Where'd she go? What the heck? Anybody hear the little ding 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 calming kalimba sounds? It started auto playing that. No, let's go. Hope that wasn't copyrighted music. And where is the music? There we go. Okay. Yeah, we definitely have some stuff here we can keep researching, but yeah, we're just wrapping it up here. Boldyrev has been captured, the last remnants no more. Involved military for a court-martial, government is holding a civil trial, not only to provide the harshest punishment possible for such grave crimes against Russia, but also to deny the military an exclusive right to judge its own members when the loyalty of so many officers has proven weak. Nevertheless, the military will maintain a presence in the form of expert witnesses and stage is set for the closing act of the Free Russian Army's existence. An excellent day! Political power, yes! Exhort heroism again, please. And the German Empire has officially capitulated. This one, okay, I'm gonna be a little more complicated here. France, you get this. You get the Rhineland, okay? And you know what? You'll get this, like, Ruhr area, too, I think. All that's you, baby. Yeah, I think that that's more than fair. Submit. I know you guys are saying he's a social democrat, but all I've ever seen is that it says authoritarian democrat next to his name. Alright. All the rest, that's me, baby. Okay. Now, what to do with this? German Empire was annexed. 16,632 equipment has been seized. Probably still in... And we still don't have enough trucks. The Internationale is victorious. On this day, the January 22nd, 1942, one that shall be known by future generations as Victory Day, the remaining German forces in Europe signed the official document of unconditional surrender, marking the end of the Great Patriotic War. Millions of graves scatter Europe, but the greatest cause has been fulfilled. The cause of revolution. The world revolution seemed to be unthinkable only a few decades ago. But one by one, the people of the world stood up. First it was France, and then it was Britain. Finally, it was Russia, who had redeemed the last revolution. Together they lit the spark for the world revolution and smashed the German imperialist machine. The consequences of the international workers' victory cannot be understated. For the first time ever, socialism is no longer on the fringe of nations, but now the unifying factor for all of Europe. With this victory, it's only a matter of time before the revolution turns truly global. For now, we look inwards and share this miraculous victory with our comrades in the West. A victory of the people. It's as close as we'll get to a super event. Let's see. Should have given overseas stuff to Japan or something. Was there overseas stuff? I didn't even... Oh, dang, I didn't even think of that. Oh, you better believe Poland's mine. We need it for energy. Alright. Yeah, again, we're getting, like, some encirclements here. Yeah, the bloodbath continues. Austria's casualties are spiking. There goes Austria. One less problem to worry about. And I believe I will take this all for myself. No, I should give some to Italy. I mean, the Union of Britain is not. Okay, Union of Britain, you can deal with some of this. There, you got a nice big chunk to watch over. Yeah, that's pretty damn big, Italy, if you want to make it. I will handle the rest. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Cancel, cancel. Now we do it. Okay. Oh, the coastline. Whatever. Look, if there's an event, then I'll give it to Italy or kind of. In fact, Britain kind of waiting on you to take care of some of this stuff. Sweden is the last holdout. Sweden out. It outlasted them all. It's like Texas in the U.S. Civil War, finding out the war's over 3 months later, right? That's what Sweden's doing right now. Okay, we got tons of factories, but we're not actually going to do anything with them yet. Iran wishes to join the Eastern Front of the Third Internationale. Bring it in! Bring it in! Hugs, hugs, hugs. Oh, yeah. That's what I like to see. Of course, not the war's over, but... wants to help in our war efforts. You're fucked now, Swedes! We've got the Iranians on your ass. That's it. It's the last bit of war to be won. I think it might be kind of counterproductive to send Tukhachevsky up there. Armenia is without friends, you know. Aren't they in the courts? Ooh. Tough break. Hey, Chuikov, one last thing for your country. Your retirement assignment is taking Armenia. Lithuania. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We have cleaning up to do. And I think I have things where I can invade them. Oh, I can also invade Greece. Yeah, let's just move various people around right now. Where did Mikhail's Mountaineers end up? Down here. Yeah, I have the fate of several nations I need to figure out. Okay, next up, now that Germany no longer exists, so we cannot do this more than 4 subdivisions. Let's see, rivals to the west. Any syndicalist or radical socialist countries in the Third International may be invited to our faction. Or the abolition of war, we join the Third International. So we get industrialization through internationalism, hurts our war support, helps with construction and technology. Or if we go the other way, we just get our own boost. The first and last revolution. One of the following must be true. Leader of the Third International. The Third International is disbanded, or the Commune of France is subject of us. We get Savior of the World Revolution, which just gives us a ton of buffs and like it's just kind of a crowning trophy. I think we want to do rivals to the west. While we have served well as part of the Western Socialist Alliance, the counter-revolutionary threat has been subdued, and it is time we choose our own path. For too long, as Russia played second fiddle to the West, our comrades disregarding our unique way to socialism, we will prove them wrong. Russia's role is not to be subservient to the rest, but to rise above it. Any syndicalists or radical socialists can come in. What the heck? Ooh, and France just went totalist. That's the problem. They're under Valois now. They're not just, but they've been there. I could take the Union of Britain away, though. Would it be considered disbanded if I had everybody but them? Like, isn't the Australasian Union totalist? No, they're Radsock. Abolition of war. I guess that is better because if we join it, we can become the leaders. One of the following true is faction leader. One of the following was true. There is. I kind of want to be savior of the world revolution, though. But again, I might be able to, like, overtake the leadership. I forget exactly how I do that, but let's try to figure that out. Okay. Rust War 1 leadership decision. Because I got a ton of factories, as you can tell. Not a single soul was spared the horrors of the First and Second Great Wars. Yet for all its destruction in the latter, something truly beautiful blossomed. Capitalism has fallen. Europe has been liberated. Today, we will take our comrades in the West hand in hand and build the future of thousands of fallen dreamers. Princely Federation went all India. Yeah, I could invade them if I wanted to later. I have a focus that lets me do that. I probably won't, though. Japan's fighting China. That's going to go on for a while, I think. I guess I should assign all these or something. Doesn't really matter. Dang, I'm going over 2 hours. Kind of want to get off here, honestly. Let's give this to Norway. The Norwegians will decide your fate. Oh! I got an achievement! Survived the Second Weltkrieg! Oh! How do I open this? The achievements? I completely forgot they'd put these in here. I could have been going for things. Let's look for Japan. Something like, have a syndicalist government over 90%. No worker has ever heard of syndicalists. Is that a that's a quote from someone, right? No worker has. Wait, hold on. I see. Okay, I just typed that in to see if it's a quote. Because like in Hades followed with him, I get that. Home my Christmas. Those are famous quotes. But I just saw first result when I typed in no worker has ever heard of syndicalism. It's a Wikipedia, Wikipedia entry to syndicalism, and then the second one, it says why did syndicalism fail to take off? And underneath it goes, there's a quote from whatever the link goes to. It says probably the least intelligent pro-socialism statement I've ever heard. let me see here. Oh no, it's Reddit. Okay, let me Control F. Least intelligent. I want to find that particular quote. Where is it? Okay, I'm not seeing anything here. Probably. I don't actually see it. Syndicalism is probably a viable system. Conditions that need it in order to form are unlikely. Someone background in economics can probably give a full answer. Other sides probably didn't agree. This, wow, Reddit sucks. Unprecedented. Okay. What we got here? The gatekeeper owned the Panama Canal in Singapore. We're doing that. We're gonna do that now. Yeah, I think I've just found our checklist for when we do the Kaiser Reich run with Japan here, probably this afternoon, or tonight, or oh shoot, I don't know. There's definitely a couple of other things I gotta get done today. One of which I'm gonna do right after this, so we'll see. Let's do that. Finish the Second Weltkrieg within a year of its start. That's quite an achievement, actually. In German hegemony, eliminate all of the world's socialist governments. So this one you got to be specifically Svinkov. Syria love, survive in the direction, establish new dead. See, Nick, that was so hard. As Russia defeat Germany and have all starting Ostatian territories except Finland owned by your faction. Take notes, Kerensky is a Republican, is monarchist. So a lot of these we're not eligible for. What happened to the Popular Front? Assume mantle revolution after assuming leadership of or dismantling the International and turn all of Europe's socialists. You and what army is the Free Russian liberate the new republics? So are these ones that we've actually achieved? I think, if I'm understanding that correctly. Oh yeah, this is all stuff I have done. I get, or I have no clue. I'm a little confused. So like, there's stuff here like Latvia, you know. Okay, so here we go. As Japan promote functions a Concordia Association of 50% popularity. That's gonna be a fun minigame. I have no idea how it works. As Japan proclaim victory over Western imperialism. So just like proclaim it? Hold on, dude. Kaiserreich longest day achievement. Here we go. How do you get the longest day as Japan? Achievements. Control F Japan. Did any defeat participating win? No. Okay, there's Japan. There we go. Has completed focus, proclaim victory over imperialism. Well, shit. That doesn't help, does it? It's the function, Unite Japan. That seems to be the main achievement, proclaim victory over Western imperialism. And a whole new form of Eastern imperialism will wash over the world. The shield. These are metals and stuff. The entire sea of water cannot sink a ship unless it gets on the inside. Execute 4 simultaneous naval invasions for 4 different landing zones. That's cool. Well, I can definitely do that as Japan. Yeah, people are supposed to be attacking, aren't they? Oh my gosh, look at all these special projects and crap. Radar, jet engines, torpedoes, ballistic missiles. Like, I don't, honestly, I barely care about any of this. Yeah, just start stuff. Whatever. Just, you know what? I just can't possibly care right now. You know what? No, we're not going to get over to Japan tonight. I think, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to stop it here. We've done over 2 hours. And then, I still have chores and stuff I got to do. And I still got to fix my dang phone. Which is proving to be quite a struggle. So I'm going to do that. And then I'll maybe stream tonight. And if not tonight, tomorrow morning, we'll do the after of Russia, keep doing this cleanup, do the post-war focuses. Since, we fought the whole war, we might as well check these out and enjoy them. What do we do after this? You have vision for our union. So that'll be next time. And then the time after that, we will play as Japan and have a lot of fun, I think. We'll be taking China. We'll have to beat China and the United States and probably Russia too. In Australia, it's gonna be rough, but I think we can do it. So I'm Conquering History Games. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you then. Bye.